I'm just excited just to be here. This is my first VMAs, and yes, and I get to be here with my man.
The VMAs were supposed to be glamorous, stylish, and full of predictable celebrity smiles. But this year, the entire red carpet froze when Claressa Shields, the undisputed queen of boxing, stepped onto the carpet arm in arm with none other than Papoose, the legendary New York rapper and husband of Remy Ma. The cameras flashed like lightning. The crowd gasped. And within seconds, the internet erupted. Remy Ma wasn't even on the carpet yet, but her name was
The woke Claressa Shields. The princess of the street. And we are stepping into the shade room. Yeah, y'all love us?
Of course we do. Why not?
Was already trending. Fans were stunned, confused, and divided. Why was Papoose walking with Claressa instead of his wife? Why were they holding each other like a power couple ready to conquer the night? And most importantly, how would Remy Ma react? Because when it comes to love, loyalty, and respect, Remy Ma has never stayed silent. She has built her reputation as one of hip-hop's toughest voices, a woman who commands respect with every word, who defends her family like a lioness, and who does not tolerate disrespect from anyone. So when whispers began spreading across social media, whispers of Remy's private reaction to Claressa and Papoose's red carpet moment, fans went into meltdown. Some claimed she was furious, others swore she was heartbroken, and a few insiders hinted her response would be more shocking than anyone could imagine. Because this wasn't just about fashion. This wasn't just about appearances. This was about loyalty, betrayal, and the fine line between friendship and humiliation. And as the night went on, Remy Ma's silence became the loudest sound of all for years. The story of Remy Ma and Papoose has been one of hip-hop's rare fairy tales. In a world filled with betrayal, scandals, and breakups, they stood as the power couple that refused to crack. Papoose famously stayed loyal during Remy's 6-year prison sentence, visiting her consistently, declaring his love publicly, and proving he was the kind of man who didn't just rap about loyalty, he lived it. When Remy came home, their reunion was a moment of celebration for the entire hip-hop community. They became a symbol of commitment, respect, and real love in an industry known for the opposite. But if you've been paying attention lately, cracks have begun to show. Whispers of tension, silent side-eyes at public events, and rumors of Remy feeling overshadowed by Papoose's constant need to manage her brand have been swirling. Fans even pointed out subtle moments where the two didn't seem in sync. Interviews where Remy's tone was sharp, or where Papoose's smile felt forced. To casual viewers, everything looked perfect. To insiders, something was brewing. Enter Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion. A woman who calls herself the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, known for her unmatched confidence in the ring. Claressa has also built friendships with rappers, athletes, and celebrities across the board. She's been seen with the likes of Cardi B, Gervonta Davis, and yes, the Brooklyn King himself. At first, their connection seemed harmless. Papoose has always positioned himself as someone who celebrates women in hip-hop and sports. He's worked with up-and-coming artists, mentored younger rappers, and even publicly encouraged Claressa's dominance in the boxing world. A few Instagram lives together, a friendly interview here and there. Nothing serious, or so it seemed. But then came the whispers. Fans began noticing Papoose and Claressa appearing together a little too often. Not just at sports events, but at dinners, backstage moments, and private industry mixers. One viral fan-captured clip from earlier this year showed Papoose hugging Claressa backstage after one of her victories, a hug that lasted just long enough to spark rumors. And Remy, she stayed silent, at least on the surface. Those who know her know silence is not weakness. Remy's entire career has been built on speaking her truth, calling out disrespect, and standing up for herself. From her legendary rap battles to her unforgettable Shether diss track aimed at Nicki Minaj, Remy has never backed down from confrontation, which is exactly why her silence on the Claressa situation has fans convinced. Something bigger is happening behind the scenes. So when Papoose and Claressa arrived together at the VMAs dressed to kill, smiling for cameras, posing arm in arm like a polished couple, it wasn't just a fashion moment. It was a cultural earthquake. It was the public unveiling of tension that had been bubbling in private for months. The internet wasted no time. Within minutes, screenshots of the red carpet photos spread like wildfire. Fans wrote captions like, "Where's Remy?" and "This feels disrespectful." Others defended the pair, saying Claressa and Papoose were just representing friendship, unity, and mutual respect. But in the world of celebrity culture, perception is everything. And this perception looked bad because when your husband is posing on one of music's biggest nights with another powerful woman while you're nowhere in sight, it doesn't matter if the bond is friendly or professional. The narrative writes itself, behind the scenes. Insiders claim Remy Ma's phone was blowing up the moment the photos dropped. Texts, calls, messages, friends demanding to know how she felt, associates asking if she planned to make a statement, fans tagging her in thousands of comments on Instagram. She said nothing. But according to one leak from someone allegedly close to her camp, Remy's initial reaction was pure fire. She was fuming, the insider claimed. She said it was embarrassing, humiliating. She couldn't believe Papoose would walk that carpet like that knowing she wasn't there. And yet the silence continued publicly. No tweets, no Instagram posts, no interviews. Just silence. Which of course only made the suspense worse. Because if history tells us anything, Remy Ma's silence doesn't last long. When she finally reacts, she reacts hard. She reacts in a way that leaves no doubt, no room for misinterpretation. Which is why fans are holding their breath, waiting for her response to the Claressa and Papoose red carpet moment. And the whispers are already saying, when it comes, it won't just be aimed at Claressa. It'll be aimed at Papoose too, because this isn't just about a red carpet. This is about respect. This is about loyalty. And this is about what happens when a queen feels publicly disrespected on one of the biggest nights in music. The moment those red carpet pictures hit the internet, the story shifted from whispers to a full-on explosion. Claressa's shield stood tall, glowing in a shimmering gown. Her arm linked with Papoose's, who looked every bit the proud escort. The flashbulbs went off, the reporters shouted questions, and every outlet scrambled to caption the moment. Within seconds, Twitter threads began with the same question: "Where's Remy?" For years, fans have seen Papoose and Remy Ma as the gold standard of loyalty in hip-hop. He was the man who held her down through prison, who celebrated her freedom with an emotional vow renewal, who turned every interview into an ode to his wife. So why was he here, smiling, standing on music's most glamorous carpet beside another queen? Insiders began leaking almost immediately. Screenshots of alleged texts from Remy's circle spread like wildfire. One message, supposedly from Remy herself, read, "You knew I wasn't walking that carpet. You knew the cameras would twist it, and you did it anyway. I'm not stupid." Another, allegedly sent to a friend, said simply, "The whole world saw it, and so did I." The fan reactions were brutal. One viral tweet said, "Papoose was a legend for staying loyal through Remy's bid. And now this. Claressa ain't his wife." Another screamed, "This ain't friendship. This is disrespect dressed up in designer clothes." Instagram comments flooded Claressa's page, half congratulating her on slaying the carpet, half accusing her of stepping into another woman's lane. But then came the audio clip that flipped everything upside down. A grainy recording, allegedly from backstage at the VMAs, surfaced online. A woman's voice, claimed to be Remy Ma's, could be heard snapping, "You think this is cute? You think this is a game? Nah, that's my husband. And y'all gone? Stop playing with my name like I'm not here." The clip spread like wildfire, leaving fans gasping. Theories multiplied. Was this really Remy? Was she confronting Claressa backstage? Some insisted it was edited, fake, nothing but fan fiction. Others swore it was authentic, pointing to the anger in the voice, the rhythm that only Remy could deliver, and then the twist hit. A gossip blog posted what they called exclusive receipts leaked DMZ allegedly between Claressa and Papoose. In them, the boxer supposedly wrote, "We're going to shut the red carpet down. Watch." To which Papoose allegedly replied, "Let's do it. They won't see it coming." The internet exploded. If those DMs were real, this wasn't an accident. It was coordinated. It was intentional. It was a stunt meant to shock Remy. She was left looking like the last to know. Fans went feral. TikTok filled with breakdowns of the messages, side by side with the red carpet footage. YouTubers posted hour-long rants titled, "Did Papoose Betray Remy on Live TV?" Entire Reddit threads formed, dissecting body language, eye contact, and the way Papoose's hand lingered on Claressa's waist as they posed for photos. And in the middle of the chaos, Claressa finally spoke. On Instagram Live, she laughed off the backlash, saying, "Y'all always making something out of nothing. Me and Pap. We cool? That's family. That's support, period." She smiled, sipped her drink, and ended the live, but fans weren't convinced. Comments flooded in. "Family don't pose like that. Support don't walk red carpets arm in arm. Where's Remy's live? What does SHE think?" The silence from Remy's camp grew heavier. Every hour without a statement felt like a storm cloud waiting to burst. And then, another leak surfaced. This time, it wasn't a DM or an audio clip. It was a blurry photo allegedly snapped by a fan near the VMAs after party. The image showed Remy Ma outside the venue, surrounded by her team, face hidden under oversized sunglasses, lips pressed tight. According to the caption, witnesses heard her say one line before disappearing into a black SUV. "I'm about to remind the world who I am." The cliffhanger was undeniable. Fans were now convinced Remy wasn't going to let this slide. If she really meant those words, her response wouldn't be subtle. It wouldn't be cryptic. It would be nuclear. Because if history has shown anything, it's this. When Remy Ma feels disrespected, she doesn't just clap back, she detonates. And if she does, Claressa and Papoose may have no idea what's coming. The whispers had turned into roars. Every timeline, every blog, every podcast was echoing the same question. Where's Remy? The silence from her camp had become unbearable. And fans were refreshing her socials every few minutes, waiting for a single word. When it finally came, it wasn't a press statement. It wasn't a publicist's carefully crafted response. It was pure, raw, unapologetic Remy Ma. Late at night, she posted a single picture on Instagram. No caption, no filter. Just her sitting on a throne-like chair in all black, holding a glass of champagne. Her face stone cold, her eyes locked on the camera like daggers. The image alone broke the internet. But what really set it off was the song blasting faintly in the background of her story, Conceited. One of her most iconic tracks. The lyrics, "I look too good to be talking," all this played as if to say, she doesn't need to explain. She is the explanation. Fans went insane. One tweet said, "This ain't a response. This is a warning." Another, "That's Remy saying, I'm still the queen, don't get it twisted." Within an hour, the post had millions of impressions. But that was only the beginning, because just hours later, an alleged voice memo leaked online, supposedly sent from Remy to a close friend. The clip was grainy, but the voice was unmistakable. "They got me out here looking crazy." The voice snapped. "Pap, know better." And Claressa? She'll know what lane she's supposed to stay in. Don't play with me on no red carpet. Not now, not ever. The internet lost its mind. If true, this wasn't just disappointment. This was fury. This was Remy drawing battle lines. And fans began speculating wildly about what she would do next. Diss track, explosive interview, public confrontation. But then the shocking reveal dropped. A gossip outlet posted what they claimed were emails from VMAs staffers, revealing that Papoose and Claressa had actually planned to walk the carpet together. Without informing Remy, the emails allegedly showed conversations about photo placement and timing, The arrival to maximize buzz. One line even read, "Keep Remy separate to avoid confusion. Scandal blew wide open." This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't innocent. This was orchestrated. The red carpet moment had been planned, staged, and executed for maximum attention, leaving Remy Ma on the sidelines. Fans erupted with outrage. So they really plotted this behind her back. One wrote, "Papoose out here making power moves without the power queen. Disrespectful." Another raged, "If you gotta keep your wife out of the plan, you already know it's wrong." The industry itself began reacting. Cardi B liked a fan post defending Remy, sending her fan base into overdrive. Fat Joe, Remy's longtime friend, posted a cryptic message. "Loyalty ain't loyalty if it ain't loud." Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj fans jumped in to stir the pot. Posting old clips of the Remy beef with captions like, "Funny how karma always spins the block." The narrative was spinning out of control. Pap's image as the devoted husband was crumbling. Claressa's reputation as a humble champion was being questioned. And Remy? She was suddenly painted as the wronged queen, the betrayed legend ready to reclaim her throne. Then came the most explosive twist yet at a private after-party. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Remy Ma finally confronted both Papoose and Claressa. Cell phone footage leaked online showed a blurred figure that looked like Remy, finger pointing aggressively. Her voice cutting through the music. "Don't play with me like I'm some side note. I am the headline." Security rushed in, the video cut. But that 5-second clip was enough to send the internet into hysteria. One fan tweeted, "Remy just turned the VMAs into the WWE." Another said, "This is bigger than music. This is a soap opera in real life." And the aftermath. Pure chaos. Blogs started claiming Remy was preparing a new freestyle aimed at Claressa. Twitter threads predicted the end of Remy and Pap's marriage. TikTok was flooded with conspiracy videos breaking down body language from the red carpet, pointing out every glance, every smirk, every touch as evidence of betrayal. But the real question now wasn't about what had already happened. It was about what was coming next. Because everyone knew one thing about Remy Ma. She doesn't let disrespect slide. And if she really felt ambushed on one of the biggest nights in music, her retaliation would not be small. It would be nuclear. The shocking reveal of a planned stunt had turned a glamorous red carpet moment into one of the most toxic controversies in hip-hop and sports. The queen was angry, the king was silent, and the boxer was brushing it off, but no one believed it. Would stay quiet for long because Remy Ma's silence had finally broken. And now the explosion was just beginning. The firestorm was unstoppable now. By the next morning, social media wasn't just buzzing, it was detonating like a grenade every 5 minutes. The hashtags #RemyVSCLARESSA, #PAPOOSE, red carpet, and #Where's the Loyalty dominated timelines. Every platform was split in half, every fan picking sides. And every celebrity suddenly under pressure to comment. On Twitter, Remy's supporters were ruthless. One fan wrote, "Papoose had the whole hood rooting for him. Now he's out here embarrassing Remy like this? Nah, we not forgiving that." Another added, "Claressa is a champ in the ring, but this ain't her fight. Stay out of married folks' spotlight." Their posts went viral, flooded with thousands of likes and retweets. Meanwhile, Claressa's defenders fired back. She walked a carpet with a friend. "Y'all acting like she stole someone's husband?" Others argued, Papoose has been loyal for years. One photo doesn't erase that. The divide was vicious. TikTok turned the drama into pure theater. Clips of the leaked after-party confrontation were set to dramatic soundtracks, edited with subtitles like, "When the Queen catches you slipping." Another viral edit showed Remy's furious face over a booming bass drop, followed by footage of Claressa boxing opponents in the ring. The caption, "Battle of the Queens." Even celebrities couldn't stay quiet. Cardi B hopped into the fray with a shady like on a fan tweet that said, "Remy deserves respect at all times. Tay, the Bayhive." Beyoncé's fans posted Remy edits with captions like, "A true queen never gets dethroned." But then, shockingly, Charlemagne Thugad on The Breakfast Club defended Claressa, saying, "Y'all dragging this too far? If Pap and Claressa walk the carpet together, it don't mean he cheating. It means y'all desperate for drama." His comment only fueled more chaos, with fans spamming the show's clips. "Don't gaslight us. We saw the pictures. Don't gaslight us. We saw the pictures." Hip-hop blogs poured gasoline on the fire. One headline read, "Remy Ma humiliated. Papoose and Claressa's VMAs walk sparks marriage crisis." Another screamed, "Was this the end of hip-hop's loyal couple?" Sports sites jumped in too, with ESPN debating whether Claressa's brand as a role model would take a hit. From the scandal, then came the fans who remembered Remy's past. Old clips of her iconic Shether diss track resurfaced. Tweets flooded in. "If Remy could end Nicki with bars, imagine what she gonna do to Claressa." Others warned, "Claressa better keep her guard up. Remy, don't miss." But the most shocking reaction came from within the industry. Fat Joe, one of Remy's closest allies, posted a photo of himself with her on Instagram. His caption, "Day one, always have been, always will be." Fans took it as a public declaration of support, a clear line in the sand. Claressa's fans clapped back, accusing Joe of choosing sides in something that's none of his business. The streets were talking. The blogs were spinning, and even mainstream outlets like CNN and TMZ ran segments. CNN ran with "Celebrity Loyalty Tested. Hip-hop couple faces public drama." TMZ screamed, "Remy's fury. VMA's red carpet sparks marriage crisis." And through it all, the tension only grew heavier. Claressa continued brushing it off, smiling in interviews and calling it a misunderstanding. Papoose remained silent, his Instagram comments flooded with fans demanding answers. And Remy. She let her image, her silence. And her occasional cryptic posts speak louder than any words. But fans could feel it in the air. This wasn't over. This wasn't dying down. Something was coming, something bigger, louder, and far more dangerous than red carpet photos and cryptic captions. Because if Remy Ma decided to speak fully, if she decided to let her rage explode publicly, there would be no controlling the fallout. And as one viral fan tweet put it perfectly, "We're not waiting for an explanation. We're waiting for the detonation." Just when fans thought the chaos had reached its peak, when Remy Ma's silence was deafening and Papoose's reputation was hanging by a thread, the final twist hit the internet and it flipped the entire story upside down. Late at night, a blog dropped what they claimed was exclusive footage from inside the VMA's rehearsal day. In the grainy video, Claressa and Papoose were seen laughing with staff, going over red carpet walkthroughs. But here's the shocker. Remy Ma herself was allegedly there in the room, in the clip. Remy is seen in the corner, arms folded, sunglasses on, watching quietly as Papoose and Claressa practice their entrance. One staffer can even be heard saying, "This is going to be big. People will talk." And Remy? She just nodded. The internet froze. Did this mean Remy knew about the red carpet stunt all along? Did she approve it? Or was she blindsided, standing there silently, feeling the betrayal in real time? Fans split instantly. Some screamed, "See? She was there, she co-signed it. The outrage is fake." Others argued, "No, that's the look of a woman realizing her man just embarrassed her in front of the whole industry." As if on cue, another leak surfaced. This time an alleged text from Remy to a close friend. "I ain't saying nothing yet. Let them show they hand first." Theories exploded. Was she planning a bigger move? Was she letting Papoose and Claressa dig their own graves before striking? Meanwhile, a shocking rumor spread that Papoose and Claressa's team were pitching a joint brand deal following their viral moment, capitalizing on the attention. If true, that would mean the red carpet wasn't just a stunt. It was a calculated business move. And Remy? She was the collateral damage. The betrayal narrative grew darker. Fans posted side-by-side clips, Remy Ma holding Papoose down through prison. And now, Papoose holding Claressa on the carpet. Captions read, "She held you when you were low and you embarrassed her when you were high." Others defended him. Pap has always been solid. Y'all creating drama where there ain't none? But here's where the real cliffhanger came. In a surprise Instagram Live, Remy Ma finally appeared on camera. She didn't rant. She didn't scream. She didn't name names. She simply looked into the camera and said, "Don't confuse silence with weakness. Queens move different. And trust me, I'm moving." Then she ended the live. The internet erupted. That single sentence was enough to send chills. Was she hinting at a diss track? A breakup? A public takedown? Fans flooded the comments. She about to drop bombs. Claressa better duck. This ain't the ring. Papoose better start writing apology bars. And as the dust settled, one thing became crystal clear. This drama was nowhere near finished, because if Remy Ma was truly preparing a response, it wasn't going to be subtle. It was going to be legendary. And as one viral tweet summed it up, if you think the red carpet was shocking, wait until Remy makes her next move. The VMAs were just the beginning. And there you have it. The VMAs gave us more than music, more than red carpet fashion. They gave us a scandal that has shaken hip-hop, sports, and the entire internet. Claressa Shields, arm in arm with Papoose, stepping into the spotlight like a power couple, while Remy Ma watched the world react in shock. Now, the only question that matters is this. What happens next? Do you believe Remy Ma secretly approved the stunt, playing the long game in silence while everyone else took the bait? Or do you think she was blindsided, left humiliated, and is now preparing to unleash a response that will make this red carpet drama look small compared to what's coming? Was this a harmless family moment blown out of proportion by fans and blogs? Or was this the ultimate betrayal? A move that crossed the line of respect in front of millions of viewers? Tell me what you think right now in the comments. Are you hashtag Team Remy, demanding respect and loyalty for the queen who has always stood tall? Or are you hashtag Team CLARESSA, believing it was just harmless support and people are overreacting? Maybe you're even still hashtag Team PAPOSE, convinced he's the same loyal king he's always been.